What is going on, guys? Rogue TCG here, bringing the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG deck profile. You all asked for it in the Discord, so here I am bringing it to you. Here is Fiendsmith Labrynth. Now, for this video, I'm going to do something I did a little bit ago called a speed profile. I'm going to be trying to do the entire deck profile in under 5 minutes, and you'll see at the end of the video how I did. The keyword there is try. It may be a little bit longer, but you know, I'm going to try my darndest. So that's enough yapping. Let's get into the profile. Starting off the list, we're on triple Ariana the Labyrinth Servant. On normal or special, we can add a Labyrinth card from our deck to our hand. If a card on the field leaves the field because of a normal trap effect, we can draw a card, then apply one of the effects from our hand, either special summoning a fiend or setting a spell or trap, and we can only use one Ariana Servant effect per turn and only once that turn. Fantastic card. It's a starter. We're playing 3. We're also on triple copies of Arius the Labyrinth Butler. During the main phase quick effect, we can send it from a hand or field to the graveyard to special Labyrinth monster or set a normal trap from our hand. The set normal trap can be activated this turn. When our opponent activates a card or effect in response to one of our cards or a normal trap or a Labyrinth, except for Arius, quick effect, we can activate this in the graveyard to special summon it, and we can lose each effect once per turn. For our ladies, we're on one Lovely Lady of the Silver Castle and one Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. Lovely Lady is able to destroy cards on the field or in the hands and can reset our normal traps from the graveyard, while Lady Labyrinth has protection on itself, and whenever we activate a normal trap, we're able to set one straight from our deck. So, fantastic cards here. And then for our furniture, we're on triple copies of Labyrinth Stovey Torby, triple copies of Chandraglier, and one copy of Ku Clock. For our Labyrinth traps, we're on triple copies of Big Welcome Labyrinth, allowing us to special summon a Labyrinth from our hand, deck, or graveyard, then bouncing a monster we control to our hand. We can banish it from the graveyard, target a fiend we control, or if we control level 8 or higher fiend monster, we can target one card our opponent controls instead, and we get to bounce the card that we targeted to the hand. Fantastic card, we're playing 3. The other Labyrinth card we're playing is triple copies of Welcome Labyrinth, special summoning a Labyrinth from our deck until the end of the next turn. After this card resolves, we're locked from the deck and extra into fiends. If a monster leaves the field by a normal trap effect while this card's in our graveyard, except the turn it's sent there, we can set this card, and we can lose each effect of Welcome Labyrinth once per turn. Fantastic cards. Now let's get into our more generic cards. We're on one Absolute King Backcheck in order to pair with a copy of Fiend Griefing, able to shuffle cards from our opponent's graveyard into the deck, and sends a fiend from our deck to the graveyard, being of course Backcheck. We're on 2 copies of Transaction Rollback in order to copy trap effects in the graveyard, triple copies of Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon, incredibly good against both Ryzeal and Malice as of right now. 2 copies of Trap Trick, this is one of the main cards you're going to be grabbing off of Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. Triple copies of Infinite Impermanence, 2 copies of Ice Dragon's Prism. If you see 2 copies of a card, that means it's there for a Trap Trick target, so that's why we're playing 2. And then for our Fiendsmith engine, we're on 1 copy of Engraver, 1 copy of Lacrima of the Crimson Tears, and then we're playing the Unchained, so 1 Soul of Sharvara, and 1 Abominable Chamber of the Unchained, and ending it off the list with 1 copy of Eradicator Epidemic Virus. In our extra deck, we're on the Fiendsmith cards of 1 Moon of the Closed Heaven, 1 Fiendsmith Requiem, 1 Fiendsmith Agnum Day, which can make our Fiendsmith fusion really big, 1 copy of our Fiendsmith sequence in order to make the fusion, 1 copy of Fiendsmith Desiree, 1 copy of Necro-Equipped Princess, and then for our generic Fiend support cards, we're on 1 copy of Muckraker from the Underworld, able to bring back cards from our graveyard and protect our Fiends in general. 2 copies of Unchained Soul Lord of Yama. It's not just an Unchained, but it's also just Fiend support. And then we're also playing Unchained Soul of Rage, 1 Unchained Soul of Anguish, and 1 copy of Unchained Abomination for the grind game where we're able to clear 3 cards per turn. Other generic cards we have in our extra deck is 1 copy of Espinous Little Knight, 1 copy of Chaos Angel, and lastly, the last card in the list is 1 copy of DDD Wave High King Caesar, because we can be making this with our Arius the Labyrinth Butler, our Sharvara, or of course our Engraver or our Necro-Equipped Princess, so it is quite accessible at all points in the game. The only card I would really consider putting in this list that is not currently in this list, it would be Underworld Goddess of the Closed World, in order to remove problematic cards, for example ones that would be unaffected by cards and such. But that's going to be about it for the deck profile. Thank you all so much for watching. I did manage to complete it in under 5 minutes, so let's go. That's a big epic W in my mind. But that's going to be about it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my 1 member. Thank you, Ari. If you want to become a member, please feel free to check out the end of the videos. All my videos are going to have the content at the end where it's going to tell you what you can get by becoming a member. But that's going to be about it. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you all later. Bye-bye. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you wanted to talk to more Yu-Gi-Oh players like yourself, I would highly recommend checking out our Discord server. Link is going to be in the description, as well as the QR code on screen. We do talk somewhat frequently about Yu-Gi-Oh and the current meta, so I would really enjoy to see you there. As well as we do recently now have channel memberships available on our YouTube channel, where we have 3 different tiers. We have Super Supporter at $2 a month, where you get loyalty badges, emojis, guaranteed comment responses, a shout out at the end of every video, as well as access to the members only Discord channel, where you get early sneak peeks at future videos. There is the Giga Supporter at $5 a month, where you have early access to all new videos about a day or two before they go up, as well as all the previous offers. And for $15 a month, we do have our final tier, which is going to be Femboy Fanatic. You get a guaranteed customized video every single month, as well as 1 hour of my time. Could be for anything you'd like. You want a duel? Absolutely. You want me to help build a deck? Absolutely. You want to play some Helldivers? Sure. I'll do anything for an hour once a month. But supporting does help me out quite a lot, and it does help me produce all of these videos. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be seeing y'all later. Bye-bye.